Hi friends, it's Laura, Aquamarine18. Welcome back, or welcome to my channel. I'm here again with a response to the 31 Days of Tarot 2020 hosted by Ethany, and today it's day 21. The prompt for day 21 is your favorite 3-card tarot spread. So, you will know if you watch my channel, I'm not good at favorites. I'm not good at listening when I'm told to name only one of something, or sticking within the parameters of any kind of challenge or tag. Usually I kind of go outside the lines a little bit. Today is no different. So what I thought I would do today instead is share my favorite source of 3-card tarot spreads, and then talk a little bit about the spreads from that source that I have liked the most and worked with the most. So the source of 3-card tarot spreads that I want to talk about today is the Book of Pandas, the official guide to walking the way of the panda by Kimberly M, Tsan, illustrated by Celia Libelle. And this is the companion book sold separately that goes with the Way of the Panda Tarot. And I've discussed this deck at some length. I will link to my own video on the deck below. I really like this deck, and this is one of those ones, when I was talking about my top decks of 2019, I could have easily put this deck in that list. I've really enjoyed working with it. I think that Kimberly and Celia did a great job with it. But I knew that I wanted to talk about this deck specifically in this book in this video. So I just, for the sake of not repeating and showing the same decks over and over again, I want to talk about this deck here. So, you do get, when you buy this deck, you get a little white book like this that fits inside the box, right? Little. And this book does come with 2 good 3-card spreads. Kung Fu Panda and Cute But Fierce are the 2 3-card spreads there. But something really good that you get when you get the Book of Pandas is that Kimberly has designed a 3-card spread to go with each of the major arcana cards in the deck. And these are spreads really that you could do with any deck. I think you could do them with tarot, you could do them with oracle. They are kind of explicitly referential towards the Way of the Panda tarot deck. But you would presumably have the deck if you had this book anyway, so it's fine. But you could easily have these spreads with any deck you wanted, and I've done that. So I wanted to share a few and then just really share my favorite one from this book. So just as a couple of examples, Kimberly has associated with the Lover's card, a 3-card spread, and here I'm just going to paraphrase. What are 2 aspects of yourself or sides to yourself that are at odds with each other? How do they push and pull against each other? How do they make you unique, whole, and complete? That's a great spread that, again, could go with any deck, right? And you could think about it more broadly in terms of, aspects of yourself that are in conflict with each other. If you work with your birth chart at all, you could think about it in that way. Aspects, of your different signs and houses of where the planets in your chart are located that push and pull against each other. How do they do that, and how do they form a cohesive whole that is you? There's lots of great things you could do with this spread, right? Another favorite is the Chariot spread, and the Chariot spread in this book essentially is what moves you and drives you forward, what destination are you driving towards, and how can you ride that momentum successfully, right? Very clear in its association with the Chariot. Could go with any Chariot card, could go with any deck. Amazing. Great source of 3-card spreads. But my favorite one in this book, personally, and this is partly just, I think, because it goes with the kinds of work that I do for myself in the context of my own tarot practice, is the spread that's associated with the Justice card, right? And this one I am going to read verbatim and associate with the deck, because this just speaks to, I think, the genius of this book and the spreads therein. So the 3-card spread is called the Panda Foot, and this is for the Justice card. So there's 3 positions. The first position: what is challenging your boundaries right now? What are you allowing, consciously or unconsciously, into your space? Clear enough, right? What's challenging your boundaries? And this is kind of thing that I need to work on actively, that I struggle with. I think a lot of people struggle with, boundaries around, whether it's privacy or personal time or emotional labor, being asked to do too many tasks at work, whatever it might be. So this is a spread that I've used quite a bit. What's challenging your boundaries right now? The second position, which will become clear in a second. The second position says, sorry you're not coming in here. Remember the lessons Liam has taught you. Use the leg move. What can you do to maintain your boundaries in a way that protects yourself but does not harm others? Okay. So how do you protect yourself and maintain your boundaries without harming others? That's clear enough. But this piece about Liam, do what Liam taught you, use the leg move. This is Liam, the panda in the Justice card of the Way of the Panda Tarot deck. And we can see him here raising his foot and saying, no, not right now. Right? To this other little panda here saying, nope, don't think so. That's the leg move, right? I'm not going to put my leg up. That would be really awkward. But so just to read back, in the description of the card, a little bit of what is said about Liam. There's a lot more about it than this, but I'll just read a little bit. This is how you lift your foot. Look. Liam pulls his thigh up in the air and flexes his toes nimbly as if to shoo unwanted critters away. Make sure it's parallel and indicative of your boundaries, he says, and push. He continues to walk you through the instructions, how to assert Justice 101, how to say no, how to withdraw your consent and permission to things and people that no longer serve you and are taking up your personal space at your expense. You lift and you flex your foot a couple of times as Liam continues to correct your posture and angling. Before long, he is nodding in approval. Good, he says, this is how it's done. Now you're the proper guardian of your space. Right? Liam, remember what Liam taught? How to enforce boundaries. That's the second spread position, right? So we have what's challenging your boundaries? How can you assert your boundaries and protect yourself without hurting other people? And 3, also referring back to Liam, you're sharp as a sword. What is the truth and how can you stand behind it, right? So when you're asserting those boundaries and saying, no, what, to me, the way I understand this third position is, what is it that you're making that assertion from, right? Like, what's the position that's at the core of that assertion that you are making? What's challenging your boundaries? What can you do to maintain those boundaries in a good way? And what is your truth and how can you stand behind it? So that's the 3-card spread that I've worked with the most from this book, the Book of Pandas by Kimberly Tsan. There's lots of other good 3-card spreads in here, and I would encourage you to check it out if you haven't already. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone else's response to this prompt and learning some more 3-card spreads, I hope, that I've never come across before. And if you don't make videos but you want to share any particular 3-card spreads that you like, please do share them in the comments below. Me and I'm sure anyone else watching would be happy to learn about a few new ones. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a great day. Bye.